Hello and welcome to tonight's cast here at Heroes Launch. We gonna see a Division 2 game first between the Battle Beast Boys, a very well-known team in Launch for already a very long time. On the other side we see Probius and friends, a new team to this season. Yeah, we're gonna see how this plays out today. Looking at the standings, the Battle Beast Boys currently on the 10th place in Division 2. Probius and friends are currently on the 13th place. And as the name already suggests, Probius and friends is one of the teams which actually plays Probius. But I got a few times banned against them as well. So it seems to work from their side. We're only missing one player in the lobby and we're good to go into game number 1, but where will it be? First of all, let's take a short look at the map draft. On the side of the Battle Beast Boys, we see a ban against Dragonshire and Volskaya Foundry, and Probius and friends decide to remove Infernal Shrines and Towers of Doom. And this only are the map bans. Already got the pick. Made by the Battle Beast Boys. It is Tomb of the Spider Queen. So we are going to see the first pick on the side of Probius and friends. So chat, I also sleep a lot. Thanks Garrus for the raid with 6 people. Hey shiny black milk online from Big K to Big S. Seems so. If one team is ready, wait for a second team and we're good to go into game number 1. Mr. Distracted. Always, shiny, always. We're gonna switch the scenes, you know it. So. Okay, both teams are ready, so let's jump straight into game number 1. Tomb of the Spider Queen. We've got to the left side, the Battle Beast Boys. And to the right hand side, we've got Probius and friends. What would a draft be without betting? This time I am able to do it in time, so exclamation mark, bet A. If you think the team in blue, the Battle Beast Boys, will win this game, or exclamation mark, bet B in the number of points you want to bet on them. If you think Probius and friends are going to win game number 1, if you don't know how many points you have, exclamation mark, points. Tell me what happened in your exciting life. I mean, not too much. Played some Heroes of the Storm, got up to Diamond 1. It's getting up by random players. Anyways, first ban coming out from Probius and friends, and it is the Diablo. Kind of an unusual ban, you would say. But looking at their statistics, they ban Diablo a lot. Don't like to play against him, apparently. What team is better? I cannot tell. I know Probius and friends myself a bit because I played with one of them last season together in a free agency team. With that was also played a bit due to him. And Battle Beast Boys, they're just in launch forever, it feels. If you go through the seasons, you will always find the Battle Beast Boys somewhere. But anyways, we've got the Battle Beast Boys removing with the first ban the Deathwing. What most people refer to as the strongest hero right now, or broken hero right now, being very new to the game. Probius and friends removing Chen, one of the strongest soul laners, especially with his ultimate for teamfights. He is pretty amazing. Battle Beast Boys now decide to remove the Aurel. She is, from what most people say, the best healer right now. But you still have to draft around her. It's, yeah, you know, the opponents can still draft against her. First pick on the side of Probius and friends is the Johanna, one of the strongest heroes, especially on Tomb with Spider Queen. Only 100 points he played. Oof. 10th and 13th position teams in Div 2 looks like we're 10th. Yeah, if you look at the standings, yes. Probius, Probius boys now with their first 2 picks going to secure the support, the healer, and the tank on the sides of Mal'Ganis. It's too late, I made my bet because they know one player. To be clear, what I'm betting on is not what I'm rooting for. Probius wins, please. We're gonna see, me. Maybe it's left open, we don't know yet. But first of all, Probius and friends now picking up the Anna for the danger noodle. What this noodle is dangerous. And Alpha CP picking up the Lunara. So already a good poke here, and also with some wave clear. I mean, you still want to have one more wave clear hero in. Like the Lunara Gen is definitely enough for the wave. Ideally, you would love to have something along the lines of a Gul'dan who was just removed by the Battle Beast boys. Or maybe Kalphos, Jaina, something along those major lines. Maybe even the Probius. Now the band from Probius and Friends is the Chromie. Wanna face her. I mean, they've picked up Dana. Kind of understandable. They don't have the cleanse on the healer, so they want to remove the option for the Battle Beast boys to go into the time loop. Can I give Sir Sleeps a lot? Explanation mark give at Sir Sleeps a lot, and then the number of points you want to give him. Battle Beast boys. Next 2 picks, Jaina and Phoenix. When you see the Jaina, I already got in my mind the Raynor pick, because Jaina and Raynor really work well together. Jaina slows everyone, and Raynor does bonus damage against slow targets, but Phoenix, it's exactly the same. He also deals more damage against slow targets. He can go for it on the laser on level 7, or with the Purification Salvo. Next 2 picks, last 2 picks from Probius and Friends will be the Oofer, for Soul Lane, and here we go, the Probius. Probius comes out from Seth here, and we maybe see why he is banned all the time. But first of all, Black Battle Beast boys with their last pick, securing the Soul Lane, as you usually do when you have the last pick. I mean, the tournament it's not so necessary compared to our maps, but it will be the Rexa. So this can be quite annoying for the Soul Lane. Best time when you left 0. Sir sleeps a lot. I think Shiny has to type in one more time. And it did not. You already bet on this contest, so you cannot bet a second time. I'm sorry for that one. Maybe it was the other way around. Yeah, it was the other way around. So. I'm majorly confused. That's okay. We're loading into game number 1, by the way. This best of 3 series. Here we go. It works. Anyways, let's jump straight into this game number 1. On the left side, we've got the Battle Beast boys. We've got Tyloon on Rexa, Creamy on Phoenix, Kyre on Jaina, Valley playing the Mal'Ganis, and Freddy V on Rhaegar. On the other side, we see Probius and Friends. We've got Ronnie Rocks on the Jaina, the Danger Noodle on Anna, Alpha CP on Donera, Winterhunt playing the Uther, and S8TH or Seth on the Probius. First of all, looking at the 1 talents. We already got the setup with from Probius with the pylon and the cannon here set up, and also the Warp Rift. Get him in Guys, by the way, time to feed and no winged guard because winged guard is currently bugged. Appears to be bugged. Oh, we've got a stun on Jenna, but she's popping her iron skin and she's just fine. There is currently a bug with winged guard where Morganis gets permanently 75 physical armor. It gets hit fast by auto attacks. I'm not sure how exactly it works, but there's a bug which gives you permanently 75 physical armor until you press W the next time, which is a bit unfair, I guess. Just looking at all so far, it's got the wolf run, so more movement speed for Rega Sleep Dart here on the Morganis, so he is not too much of annoying to our Probius. Phoenix stacking his auto attacks. Morganis level 1 is still banned. Yes, it's still banned. The winged guard still bugged. But happy news to all the Greymane players. The level 20,000 Unleashed is no longer bugged. A lot of damage here on the Phoenix, but he got his shield. So it takes some damage, but now the shield refills. Yeah, here it goes. It does not take any actual damage, only shield damage. Which is a very good trade of Phoenix. 34 years old and you can use him this way. Very good. Just trade some damage and get his shields back up. Here again, he just takes 2 warp rifts. Lose his shield, but now it comes back up and he's just fine. Meanwhile, bottom lane we've got Uther against Rexa, which is quite interesting solo lane. Uther is having quite of a nice time because he has something to auto attack. Also has to watch out not to send too far forward, else the Rexa might even be able to punish him for that. And now we've got level 4 in. This means we see Holy Shock for the Uther. Sleep Dart build on the Anna so far. Probius going into Warp Resonance. So creating the damage from the Warp Rifts. And then also adding a third charge as soon as he hit 20 people. Now on level 4 he goes for the Shield Capacitor. Shield Capacitor, yes. So he gets a shield and he's not as easy to burst down as he usually would be. He's still very low health. Now Probius on the double soaking and we see the 4-man for Probius and friends in the bottom. Stuck in level 4 talents, we see the Echo of Doom. 25 armor for 1 more second instead of 50 armor for 25 seconds. From the Morganis. Pretty standard talents, I would say. On the side of Jenna, we see Eternal Retaliation. Because this way you have less mana costs during the rotation. We also have it up for every wave. We see in the meantime Uther going down in the bottom. Sorry I missed that one. Yeah, well, said before. It was a bit too far out. Got punished by Rexa for it. Maybe he just wanted to die for mana. There would be some brawl stuff, but brawl stuff. I'm not sure. Could have been. Now we see the Battle Beast boys trying to turn in down here on the bottom shrine. There's a big condemn, but Probius is also in the middle of them. Trying to get out, but he's getting body blocked. Taking that long way around it, but he is fine. Uther now comes in, gives the shield, and he's half of himself is back. Phoenix going on level 7 for the Warp Wolfer. 175% attack speed for 4 seconds or repeater cannon mode. Default attack speed. And also the takedown is at the cooldown, and now we've got the turn in coming in from Probius and friends first. They now have to defend the mid camp. It was also sent by both teams before. Pushing out the waves. Probius and friends is pushing them out as well. The middle web is about to be the first one to be defended, but Rega taking a lot of damage as the sleep coming in from Morganis. And he Q's out and he's just fine. Probius already, the Probius Phoenix teleporting upwards. They're both protests, I'm sorry. So, he is already on the top to defend this one. This middle is already defended. The wall went down here. Sleep that barely misses. Criminal on the run. Let us teleport up. So he should be fine. We see the interpretations coming in again. On the side of Probius and friends, it would be enough if the Probius just rotates alone. See the gems of Probius and friends about to be turned in. Nope, Jaina was interrupted here. On the bottom, we see now the team in blue, the Battle Beast boys trying to go for a turn in. But Ufer is there. He is here to interrupt her. 3 people alone. He's spelling it out in the bottom again with the Rexar. He's hitting the bear and bear hits him. Rexar is clearing the wave. And it's not looking for a sleep, but there's the Iron Skin from China. By the way, China took reinforced on level 1. 60 physical armor for 2.5 seconds. Rather than hold your ground with bigger shield and reduced cooldown. Got level 10s now in. There's the Ring of Frost. Purification Salvo as well. The boars coming in. A lot of damage going out, but everyone stays alive. So for the Ancient, now not in the best spot, but she should be fine. He should be fine. Tanner should be fine. What do you want to call it? A lot of damage against Misha. Will the bear survive? Bear stays alive, and now we see Probius taking a lot of damage, but there's the healing from Ufer and Anna coming in. He's nearly full health again. Man is using his ult just to try and secure the kill, but there was healing. Mid wave clear now by Probius and friends. He looks on the China, scouting out bushes. Jackson now trying to turn in. He gets his gems in, but there's still 10 gems missing. Probius boys, Axar and Morganis are trying to deliver them, and they will get them in. That's the Null Gate, a lot of damage, and Phoenix barely staying alive, now warping out. Misha also staying barely alive, but no, she goes down as we see Lunara being Nanabush, but he's not in the best spot anymore. Nicely, Blizzard comes in as well, but there's the healing, the boars coming in again, but no other follow-up. To see every ult being used once. Surprising for me in this game is mainly that we see the forward vine rather than the leap from Lunara. The Weavers now pushing in the mid lane, top already being defended by Probius and friends. Mid fort will take some damage. Probius now very good at zoning the opponents away with just dropping down his warp rift, and now in the bottom we see Ufer alone against Strax, and Ufer is really lacking wave clear a lot, but now he gets his team as support. They are able to clear the web weaver. This web weavers did get the bottom wall, mid wall, and a bit of damage. On the top lane.
My altar awaits the gems. Bring them. Bring me their power. The blue team has done as I asked. The spiders shall aid them.
We see immediately another turn in from the Battle Beast boys coming in. And they are manually working on the top wall. Now Morgan is looking towards the bottom. We get Rexa up here in the top. Bruiser camp in the mid now sent by Probius and friends. And is looking for the sleep, but yeah, he gets it in time, but it's too far away. Nulgate coming in, Rexa being slowed. There are the boars coming in, Blessed Shield coming in, Ancestral Healing to keep Probius alive, Phoenix alive. Purification Salvo coming in as well, so does Morganis. Karen Storm, nothing dying except for Misha. Poor bear. Left alone in the opponents again. Mid Wet Fever, nearly nothing due to the Bruiser camp which ran down the lane. It's already down to 1/5 max HP. Probius now in the bottom to defend the bottom Wet Fever. The rocks on the Hannah taking a lot of damage, drop kind of low, but Anna is there with the healing, which is enough. No, it's not enough, as Jaina is able to secure a kill with Blizzard. Now we see only 27 gems in total for the team in blue, the Battle Beast boys. They are now working on their bruiser camp, so they get the same effect as their opponents did before. They sent this bruiser camp as the team in red has enough turn in the Warp Rift. Sleep barely missing out on the Phoenix, as he might have been dead there. He was able to teleport out in time. Uber turning in the bottom, it should be enough. Or no, yes. Yes, it is enough. I'm not so sure if it's the best idea to delay them here from turning in. If you don't delay them here, you just get a turn and you have the bruiser camp, you can defend the mid lane. Now we had Probius and friends being able to just clear out the mid camp before the Web Weaver comes in. We were in the middle, going very well forward. Top lane has one tower and Probius in the meantime bottom, defending the siege giants. Mid Web Weaver already going down, mini wave now coming in as well. Guy is looking for sleep, but he doesn't get one. Has to no get against the Rhaegar. Space shield as well, but no more fallout. Misha taking a lot of damage, but there's the healing now. Rhaegar in big trouble. The stun, another stun for the stun machine, able to secure it. Help out with the kill here. Misha going down as well. Ring of Frost purification salvo coming in now. The Karens from Morgana's Winter on the Ufer, dropping low on the run as another stun against Morgana. He just not able to get too close to Ufer without being stunned. And everyone on the side of Probius and friends stayed alive there after this good engage against Odiers. Okay, doesn't have a null gate. Top 4 went down, same did goes for the bottom, and now Probius and friends are manually working on the mid fort. See both teams not having enough gems, but both teams very close to having enough gems for the turn in. Team in red right now, Probius and friends able to turn in their gems, except for 9. The Anna. 11 missing for them on the other side. Battle Beast boys now able, with the wave stick clear, able to get enough gems to have them for the turn in. 33 gems missing out of their side. I think it's most of them having to pay. That is not enough. 4 gems missing. Things were free and now 1 gem is missing. There goes the Rhaegar with the turn in. Now the bruiser camp waited a bit with the turn in, but they have now maybe a bit time to clear out bruiser camp. There is a Ring of Frost and goodbye on arrow. Now Ukraine Salvo comes in as well, a lot of damage, but there's the Fine Storm, a lot of damage on the Morgana as well, but he gets the Ancestral Healing. Everyone else just engages. Very nice burst coming out there from Battle Beast boys against Lunera. She was not cautious enough, and then she took a lot of damage and got hit by the Ring of Frost. Looking at Bills, it's just easy Wildfire Beer. So Misha deals damage around her. A lot of damage coming in here. Mid forward went down, top is already gone as well. And now the bottom is on the siege. Mid Web Weaver very low, but there are also no minions. Looking to treat here. Web Weaver with a very big wave coming in here. Top Web Weaver defended, bottom Web Weaver took out the fort. Team in blue moving towards the top lane, looking at the boss right now. And they're starting the boss. Team in red, Probius and friends on the other side of the map. Also see a lot of damage against the boss from the Battle Beast boys. The boss already went down, the Wisp comes in. Says hello, boss is now taken by the Battle Beast boys. going top and pushing for the fort. Team in red now trying to get the turn in. They do not have to care about the other two lanes. Also have the Wobber who helps defending the boss. But no. Isha did not allow them to turn in there. They have to defend the boss and 5 men of the Battle Beast boys are the null gate to zone them away a bit. Just going in a bit, looking for a sleep, getting a sleep onto Johanna. Was taking a lot of damage already. There the boar, String of Frost, Purification Salvo, a lot of damage. Everyone stays alive. Around on the Ufer, the one person who falls lowest, he just totally shocks the Morganis. That's the stun, another stun. Divine Storm came out and Sleeping Giant, so there's no follow-up from her. They're all just disengaging. Most ults were used in this fight, except for the Nada boost, Ancestral Healing. Form with Vines has a very short cooldown with 15 seconds, so this one will be back up. Also up to 3 charges, so he used most of them there. The top fight. Now we've got both teams racing towards level 20, but they're very close while doing so. Then we got the Vision Wisp at level 1 from Lunera, so in this push we will this area around. See the team in red turning in with Probius. What we was now coming in. The Phoenix teleported out, took some damage from Lunera. Also see the poison ticking, but we also see the shields coming back. I think most of the poison damage we see again. Chosen Friends able to defend the Bruiser camp first before the Wobby will spawn. Now Midway Weaver, the one who's spawning very far forward. Already under attack by the Battle Beast boys. And Probius and friends meanwhile pushing in the bottom. So we have Probius alone in the top without friends. Oh, he's rotating in. There's the boar coming in. We also see level 20 now in for Probius and friends. Rotating in for the bottom here. Morgana is looking from the back. Nice deep dot against 2 here. A lot of damage against Kira on the Jaina, but there's also the Salvo coming in. Brimstone dropping low, but so is Danger Noodle on the Anna in a very bad spot, but so is Jaina. Jaina goes down, so falls Anna. 1 for 100 so far, but only rocks very low on Jaina. Jaina goes down. Misha falls. Nice thunder against Morganis, and Ufer is able to finish Morganis off here in the back. While Talon very low health, running away from Lunera as the poison is enough to kill him. Bottom keep fell to the Web Weaver, and top is now being pushed in by this mini wave, which is left by the Web Weaver. So Web Weaver takes damage over time. Now we also got level 20s in for the Battle Beast boys, but a bit too late for the last team fight. So we now see the Seeker Swarm rewind from Rhaegar. Conquered Spirit do a second shield for the Phoenix. Also the Horn Skin from Rexa in the middle of the fight. Mid 4 now taken out by Probius Trance with the 3 kills they had. Jaina goes for the Ice Bling. The other side we see the shoot 'em up from Probius. Divine Hurricane from Ufer, of course, 40 seconds on his Divine Storm now cooldown, which is very amazing. Anna going for the nano infusions, especially the Lunera and Probius will have a lot of value out of the nano boost as they heal themselves up, and then Anna and Ufer do not have to care so much about them. Hannah going for Blinded by the Light, giving her allies a shield so they can stay alive for longer. Ufer feels bad, man. But Ufer is a stun machine, and Morganis hates stun, so I guess it's understandable that he got killed there by him. Lunera with the intensifying toxin, but 3 stacks, Nature's toxin deals more damage. Those games are no safe. Now we see both teams rotating around a bit. Probius and friends have now enough gems for next turn in. Let's see when they go for it. Probius boys so far trying to defend those points, but in the bottom there's the siege camp with the constant catapult pressure pushing in favor for Probius and friends. So Probius boys are kind of on a timer. Friends now waiting up here in the bush around the boss. There's the triple Ring of Frost coming in now, so it's Vocation, so a lot of damage coming in on Rega and Jaina as well. The ancestral healing for Rega. Rega's staying alive for a bit, but he goes down. Now a lot of damage coming in. Misha looks like she's going to fall, but no, there's the healing. Now Ufer, probably staying alive there with the help of Anna. It's a good part of a double heal. Don't have enough healing yourself, you've got a second one to keep you alive. Now on the bottom we see 2 siege giants and 3 catapults hitting in the core, and it's 50% gone. Jaina coming in now as well, 41%. Red team finished turning. Did not start the boss? If it was intended to not start the boss or not. Now they go for the kill and perma-stun on Mal'Ganis. That's Ufer in a nutshell. He is a goner. Now Ufer looking at Rexa. Rexa taking another hammer into the face. He's coming back a bit, and now we see Jaina onto Rexa. Rexa on the run, but can you run fast enough though? That is the question. That is the question. Damage on Phoenix. Jaina goes down. This is probably a game with the 2 weapons on the core for dropping to 20% and falling. Level 20 Demon Slip didn't turn to fight. No, not always. Not always. Jeez. That was a bit too. Here we go. G is game number 1. Goes over toward Team in Red, Probius, and friends. Okay. This also means when we take a short look at the maps. Then now we've got the Battle Beast boys have the decision between first pick or map pick. For damage Pog. I've got the stats open in the meanwhile. Ufer did actually more damage than Jaina. Which is pretty impressive. So give the betting wins the peoples. Yes, no, it's people, not peoples. But I used to say peoples just to annoy a friend. And I started picking him up more and more. And sometimes still say it. I think you won, otherwise you would owe me some points. And he's dropping the truth here. In the meantime, we've got nothing new in the match launch. Got the Battle Beast boys going for the map pick. Trading lava in the background. Update stuff here. And it is Battlefield of Eternity. Will this game also take an eternity? We don't know. Got the people joining into the lobby. Time we can take a short look on Steph's profile. He's a Probius main. It's also why the team is called Probius and Friends, because he is the captain. Not. See if we see a Probius Ben here now on the second map. I mean, it's Battlefield of Eternity. You may find arguments Probius is not the best pick here, there may also be arguments for him to still take it. Teams, if they are ready, I can copy the contest. Both teams are ready, so let's jump into the draft of this game number 2 of Eternity. Very strong showing in game number 1 from the side of Probius and Friends, but Probius boys also looking very strong head to head until the end, where Probius and Friends managed to win a team fight and secure the game to their hands. If you think Probius and Friends will win this game again, exclamation mark bet B and the number of points you want to bet on them. Or if you think the Probius boys, they look strong and they will be the ones who win the last team fight in this game, exclamation mark bet A in the number of points you want to bet on them. Probius and Friends, always surprising with the ban, playing one of the pros themselves and banning up first, banning another one. Artanis is removed now. One of the few maps I personally would say Artanis is an okay pick. Due to adventure opponents, you can, if you seem really good times, you can focus your draft onto the format, having a strong foreman which bodies out the opponents at the Immortal, and the Artanis can raise in the meantime. But friend also decide to ban out the Greyman second, and Battle Beast boys removing Delphine first, and now removing Garage. So already left open. See if someone picks her up this time. Yeah, here we go. In the last game on the Anna, this time getting the aura, but this also leaves Anna Mingo, which is a very often used combo, especially on Battlefield of Eternity, as there are a lot of spots where you can throw stuff into your opponent's face, especially with a nano boost. Stuff is dead. And so we go for Chromie and Vala. First of all, I mean, Chromie as well, very good hero, especially on this map. Same goes for Vala with the Q build. On the other side, we see Probius and Friends picking up Lunara again and the Johanna. This time we see also Lunara Aura, which is a bit more synergistic than Anna Lunara. Lunara is kind of a good battery for Battle Beast boys. Heard about what happened in game number 1, removing the Woofer. I would guess an Anna Bender from Probius and Friends. Maybe. Still a very strong combo with Chromie together. She with a time loop and just one-shot targets. Through that old man. And Aurel, even in the last game, has no cleanse. Yeah, here we go with the Anaman. There's no nano boost for Chromie, just one shot at target with the time portal loop. Next pick from the Battle Beast boys, we still need tank, heal, and soul laner. Lalolija, exclamation mark bet B, then exclamation mark bet, then space, and then B, and then the number of points you want to bet on them. We see the green Jesus there from the Battle Beast boys with Rega and Thrall coming out. So we see Thrall in the solo lane. Next 2 picks from Probius Friends, solo laner and second damage. They're not even in the need of a battery for Aurel. And also Lunara has quite some good race. Here we go again. It's the Probius. Later on, showing us some offlane Lily time. Last game we saw the Uther. This time we are seeing the Lily in the solo lane. Anyone who does not know Winterhorn, even though he played solo lane in the last game, will probably do it in this game again. He's originally a main support. But as he can play the support, he is also in the offlane. He showed us in the last game, who will maybe show us in this game as well. And ETC is the last pick for the side of Battle Beast Boys. Pretty solid combo of what we see from the side of the Battle Beast Boys, but also on the other side we see Probius and friends, again with Probius and his friends. See, same as in the last game with Lunera and Johanna. Seth with the Christmas Probius. Wait, we're going into the game. As we start again on the left side with the Battle Beast Boys. We see Grimmy on the Vala, Chromie being played by Kyra, Belly on Thrall, Tyloon on the Rega, and we got Freddy Wee on the ETC. To the right side, we see Probius and his friends. We see Probius being played by Seth, Alpha CP on the Lunera, Ronnie Rocks on Johanna Danger Noodle on Oral, and the second support being played by Winterhorn. It's the Lily offlane. The other ones, Monster Hunter from Vala as expected, to more damage into the Immortal. Vega this time going for the Colossal Totem. So looking the totem build this game with more slows, maybe with the 90% slow at level 16. From the Druid, what will probably be, no, he comes to the bottom lane. We see Vala in the top against Lily. I think so. It's even Crash Lightning coming out from his side. Already mixing stuff up in this game number 2, but in the top lane. A lot of damage on the EDC, but in the top lane, I'm gonna tell you at some point, Lily will just bully Vala because Vala has no sustain, and every damage trade they do, Lily just wins. Even zones are out of experience here. There's no way Vala does anything up there in the top lane. Else, looking at the other talents, pretty standard. We see once again the first time from Chromie, so she gets her second Echo. And the Echo's also auto attack for her. At the Immortal, she deals quite some nice damage with those two Echoes coming in. Probably already on 4 stacks of Warp Resonance. Vala top lane just being bodied out there. Did she tap? No, she did tap already. Why is Thrall not top? The idea between Thrall in the bottom lane is having Fresh Lightning, getting the stacks in, so you can poke a lot more, especially for the effective time. It would be amazing to have a lot of stacks onto a Crash Lightning Thrall because it deals a lot of damage. But also on the other hand, the top lane is just lost cause with this. Vala already tapped 60 seconds for the next tap. Very low health here, down to 500 HP even. Really hard time she has up there. At least until level 13, if she stays in solo. Helmet level 4 coming for both teams. Pretty even. No camp yet taken from either side, but the blue team now going towards the Bruiser camp. The camp now. Yeah, it's very fast. You ideally want to take when Immortal spawn on 17 seconds. Bottom camp not taken by the team in red. They did not devalue into going towards the Bruisers. Now with them starting the race. Yeah, there we go. It's a little thing we saw here. Probius walking shortly into this inner circle. I think it would. Mortal does first the short range attack. There's a big power slide. Not too much follow-up damage there. As we saw Johanna in the front and just touching everything. Good tank does. Now Vala poured it back. Out to come in, going for the race, but she is not in time. This Immortal is already very close to the halftime. Vala now going for the race. So does Chrome in Thrall. Team in red meanwhile defending bottom, or at least taking the wave down there. We got some experience in getting closer to level 7 as they already have a level lead. Obviously B on Donado taking a lot of damage due to a good power slide into the stun, and now Probius being punished as well for being out too far. It's 2 kills for the Battle Beast boys. They're heating it up in game number 2. Vala again on the race. Oh, yeah, we also got Chromie joining her here. ETC and Rhaegar having the push them out here. Also nice stun lock there from ETC. We see a half shield Immortal going over towards the Battle Beast boys, coming looking strong in this early stage of game number 2. We see but good big root coming out there from Thrall. We can see in the bottom Vala going up against Lily. Should still be very favored for Lily. She will. Vala is not having a hard time. Probably should clears quite well. Yeah, probably clears. I mean, the Immortal not so easy, but especially wave throw this clears very well. For the Immortal we also have Lunara to clear it. False leg against Johanna, there's the physical armor there. He's just fine. I mean, I'm not completely sure about the decision to go for Reinforce this game. Yes, Chromie does auto attack damage, Val does auto attack damage, Val does auto attack damage, but they all have a build leaning towards mage damage. Spell damage. Reinforce, yes, it's a lot of damage you block with it. Not the ideal amount. I'm not sure if Holocron would have been better this game. I'm not a tank player, so. Let's see. No cleanse on the side of Probius and friends. But we also see on Temporal Lubis, we've got this Living Sense. Daily, you could have taken the strongest cleanse in the game. On a 40-second cooldown with cooldown reduced by her trade. Disgusting power fight against Johanna and Lunara, both some damage, but they are still looking very good. The poison from Lunara coming in, dealing damage against ETC and Thrall. Oh. I think Vala even poured it back right now. Having a hard time here. But on the other hand, the Thrall would have not had an easier time against Lily down there. But also a lot of his damage coming out is from auto attacks. Both teams on the raid looks pretty similar. We see the Probius ult. This time we don't see the null gate. We see instead the Pilot Overcharge to get more damage in for the Immortal. Now we're finding the Thrall there. We again see the form of Vine. Mosh Pit from ETC, Earthquake, Send Ancestral Healing, and Strafe from Vala. On the other side, we see Pilot Overcharge, Blast Shield, Water Drink, Thorn Wood, Vine, and Resurrect. Probius already running out of Warp Rifts all around here, so the opponents cannot just walk in. Now we've got the turnaround thingy with here the Slowing Sands coming in. No one can walk in. There's the Pulse Light against Probius, a lot of damage. He goes down. But Could already resurrect, and she is now resurrecting Probius. Running taking a lot of damage on the giant, and so does Lily, but both getting out. Now From might have even overchased it as Johanna is looking to deal some damage against him. If the double heal from friends really kept him alive, especially with the resurrect. Probius getting caught very well by ETC there. Goes out a bit too far. We see the mosh pit, but that's nice iron skin. And the mosh pit does nothing. It's taking a lot of damage, very low health and very low mana. He has to fall back. The power and overcharge coming in as well. The damage from Probius and friends against the Immortal coming in. You see, had time to tap the fountain and is now coming back in. There's the water drain, a lot of damage onto the Vala. Vala dropping low, there's the poison from Monera, but there's a heal from Rhaegar. Enough, we don't take a lot of damage here from the Immortal as he has barely any mana left. Now, Immortal an attack by Probius and friends. As the Battle Beast boys fall back. Now, Immortal spawning on the top side. Not a big shield though. For the side of Probius and friends on their Immortal.
The demon approaches the gates of heaven.
Top Immortal pushing in. Taking out at least the wall here. With ease, but shield is countered. He's already in the melee form. Be taking some damage. Stuns coming in from the Immortal as well. Lily meanwhile in the bottom. And this means we've got a 5v4 fight. Nice placed shield to keep them off. And we also see the pylon overcharge to scare the Battle Beast boys away, as we see Lily in the meanwhile pushing the bottom lane. She does not have a good wave clear, but she can still auto attack the minions there. I guess. We see on the top. Play for the siege camp. It's already built up. Yeah. With scout against ETC as he tried to get a good flank onto the backline. Probably also built himself up in this bush as we see here. With 3 warp rifts. Should have 2 up again. Yeah, there they go. Very close to the point. Not on the point. Tyluna looking for the Lunera. Lunera taking a lot of damage, going down to a good combo from Chromie. And now a lot of damage against ETC, but there's the extra healing. There's the mosh pit. And goodbye Johanna, and Aura is falling as well. But we got a counter kill against ETC at least. At least favor in terms for Probius and friends. And we see Brawl in the bottom going up against Lily as he already got 24 stacks onto Crash Lightning. 10 stacks so far on the Puncturing Arrow. Probius already completed with the Warp Resonance and Aura with the repeated offense. 2 out of 6 stacks. Models are about to spawn in defensive position. No, offensive. Okay. We have an easy time attacking it. And the Team in Blue also took their Bruiser Cam, which took away a few seconds of their race, but they're still faster. So the team in blue in red has to look for a fight. Not allowed to give their opponents the 1-for-1 race. Both got a defensive position. So you have your Immortal and there's thing, and then there's the opponent Immortal. A lot of damage coming out from Nera here. The AoE damage is very nice. Even though we've got Rhaegar on the other side, who is also quite good in healing against Lunera with this AoE damage. It still gives a lot of energy to the Oriel. No, Probius got the crown right now. For all Oriel and 27 stacks of Crash Lightning. Here we got Slowing Sense to zone off down here. Over all the Warp Rifts coming up from Probius. He's got power overflowing, yeah. Team in red now falls back, let their opponents race and take their Bruiser Camp But fast, yes, the pylon overcharge. EDC being stunned here. He gets on the point. Winston takes a lot of damage on that Lily. But there's you from over to be alive. Now he's standing on that point, and Probius is having some fun. They're getting some warp rifts in there and finishing him off. So 1-0 in favor for Probius and friends so far. But no, Chromie, massive amount of damage, able to kill a lady. But there's the Resurrect to get her back up. Get her back online. We see the bottom forward under attack. Top is he still a bruiser cam running in with a minion wave as well. Making sure to take out the fort. Here. Tier 4v5. The Probius and friends should actually be able to get some nice damage into the mortal. But however, we see the all free range damage shields. A lot of poke coming in. They decide to fall back and make sure even top lane. They even go for the fort here. Yeah, they go for the fort, making sure they got this one. This is now on to defend the bruiser cam. We see them taking the top. Khazra cam, as we also see the bottom. Bottom Khazra cam taken by Probius and friends. The fort taking a lot of damage here. Taking down even the fort, but in return we see the Battle Beast boys in the top. You know what? We take our fort, we take your keep wall, or at least we're starting on it. Yeah. Wall going down, but there's the blast shield. A lot of damage. AoE damage from Lunara and Probius is amazing, but distance for healing. Look at Vala, how much damage he's taking. It's incredible. And a few ults out, form winds back up in a few seconds. It's 5-second cooldown, so yeah. Pylon overcharge and resurrect are ready for the side of Probius and friends, and on the side of Battle Beast boys, we still got the mosh pit, and of course the slowing centers as well. Even Probius and friends already building up to go for the immortal. I mean, this bush is one bush you don't want to face check now. If you walk in here, you're dead. Okay, no longer. Rift's gone. Now Probius is building up to defend here. They're going for the defense first while Lunara deals damage. We see the bruiser camp is taken now by big damage there from Probius coming in on the point. Pylon overcharge as well to defend the camp immediately. Yeah, this camp is a goner. Meantime, we see Lunara dealing damage to the objective, but she's got a poison damage, so this is mainly damage over time and no direct damage. Here we see the flank from Battle Beast boys. On Rockstick on the Johanna getting stunned, but there's they condemned into a lot of damage from Lunara. Mosh pit, but Aura is there to interrupt. Mosh pit now in full cooldown. A lot of ults used from both sides. Is that really coming out? Quick still up for the side of the Battle Beast boys. Ferdinand are rooted. Aaron Skin is here though. Lunara very close to fall. Now Rega look for the kill. Rega got set by on Lunara. Takes her down, but or is he with Resurrect? You see Vala going for the raid. Nearly a half time from we see the half time now taken from Probius and friends. So shortly Vala and Chromie racing for the Battle Beast boys. Probius and friends knew they have to do something soon and that fast, else they will lose the first half of the Immortal. Now we've got the Battle Beast boys coming in with a lot of poke from Vala and Chromie looking at this Immortal. A lot of damage. Now we also see the team in red, Probius and friends, looking for the flank here. Going around. There's the condemn. For a slide into Immortal Sun and goodbye Johanna. Nice combo there from ETC. Oh, well done by him there. Got now the numerous advantage for the side of Probius boys, but they have to put Vala for the defense here shortly. Even if else would have done a lot of damage, now obviously taking a lot of damage. Really getting up. There's the earthquake and goodbye Lunara. Trigger is again here to finish her off with the bite. This resurrect again from Aurel. Also see a lot of damage coming in now from the side of the Battle Beast boys with Vala Chromie and Vala Racing. Sorry, Brawl Chromie and Vala Racing. So I have Frozen Friends getting their hands on the Immortal, and they were not fast enough. Immortal goes over towards the Battle Beast boys with a very small shield here. Going towards the top lane as we already see the wall that broken on both keeps. The race for 20, Battle Beast boys is actually a bit faster. Battle Beast boys currently looking towards the bottom, looking to get the do pressure on the other side of the map. Sure they take one keep. So with the Immortal they may have gotten a kill. Maybe could have ended with the kill. Taking on the bottom keep as the top keep only took a bit of damage. See the pile and overcharge used here. Resurrect is back up soon. Same goes for Ancestral Healing and Earthquake. Cruiser Camp now taken by the team in red. And the bottom Castras from the Battle Beast boys. Battle Beast boys now looking towards the top. Maybe looking for a fight here. It's top Castra camp. Johanna is falling back here. Yeah, they're going to defend bottom first. From the looks of it. Oh, the Battle Beast boys are on the top Castra camp. Cruiser camp now as well being defended. Battle Beast boys. I mean, Probius is building up for a rotation, but there's no rotation coming in. He decides to support back. As we see the Battle Beast boys now with the level 20 advantage, looking at the top keep. Pretty with Chromie having a massive amount of poke. Portal now about to come in. So far from the look of it, Battle Beast boys having a better race. Now looking at that Bruiser camp. We've got level 20s in though for Probius and friends now. They're already setting themselves up to defend their Immortal. Death Metal from ETC. Teach from Thrall. Indestructible from Lily and Shield of Hope. Yeah, all pretty standard talents here. It be. Yeah, I'm sorry, so sleeping a lot. You a bit late for that one. It's already close to be finished. Next Immortal could theoretically end already. See again going for the power slide here against Lily this time. The chrome damage coming in and able to secure the kill. Earthquake with the Urban Shield. There's the resurrect for Lily. There's the Indestructible coming in for Johanna. They're taking a lot of damage. Johanna going down. So does Probius. Now Lily falls for a second time. The Battle Beast boys now finishing off even the Lunara. This means 4 kills for Battle Beast boys. And they are immediately going towards the bottom. Looking to end this game, number 1. Already GG called in the chat. We see the Battle Beast boys on the core, and the core is falling. So GG's to the Battle Beast boys. bring us into a game number 3 in this best of 3 series against Probius and friends. We are back. Bluish again because of the loading screen. This time it's the team in blue. Who will be the betting resolutions? The one who bet 8, which was actually nobody at his points now. Looking at maps for this third and last game of this best of 3 series, because still left open Ultra Pass, Cursed Hollow, Garden of Terror, and Sky Temple. Turn on the light in background. Just because of the loading, it should not be too big of a color difference. I've got Probius and friends with the choice if they want to go for map pick or first pick. They go for the map. I'm creating a lobby in the meantime. And I do here. Picked by the team in red is Cursed Hollow, third and final map of this best of 3 series. Doing stuff here for the first time in the series. We also see the first pick on the side of the Battle Beast boys. Going to ping teams for the next series. Maybe they are going to wait with their first map. We've got all people in the lobby from the looks of it. Everyone is in. Okay, no. One team is not yet ready. Which is okay. We're just waiting for them. the two teams of next series, which is planned to start in 15 minutes. Yeah, 15 minutes. Yeah. Yeah. Team is still not ready. Also set up the betting already for next game. Both teams are ready. Let's jump into this third and final map of the series will be Cursed Hollow. As we spoke, I already set up the drafting. The explanation, two things, developers boys. Very well in the last game. You expect similar stuff from them in this game. Exclamation mark bet A and the number of points you want to bet on them. But if you think game 2 was again very close. If you think Probius and friends will be the ones who win it this time, exclamation mark bet B and the number of points you want to bet on them. First ban from the Probius boys will be Mal'Ganis. Interesting. Win their own betting against himself. Interesting. If you win the points or you win the game. I guess that's the strat. Got his first ban from the side of the Probius boys. Probius and friends now deciding to go for their first ban will be the Diablo again. And like him on this map's very Diablo is really good. Theory, all of those small passages where you can really get some nice wallbangs, get some good engages onto people. Aberfer is the ban from the Probius boys. Leaves that wing open so far. Will it be the next ban though? Will they decide to ban something else? It's what we see 2 times on the side of Lonera and Johanna. Probius boys switched up a lot every game. Really like to see Chromie combo last game from the Probius boys. Power slide into the Chromie damage, resulting in a few kills. Probius and friends banning the Oriole and leave the Deathwing open. Will he be the first pick? Yeah. Here we go. It's time for Deathwing. Score. Deathwing is in this game. To the people in the chat, how much Deathwing did you play? How do you think about Deathwing? Welcome Penelope and thanks for the sub. Go Battle Beast boys. As you see on the other side of Probius and friends, the Greymane together with the Anna as the first pick. We can immediately see the first counter towards Deathwing with the cursed bullet on the side of Greymane. Yeah. Do we see them play with Deathwing? I personally think that Deathwing works best in kind of the flex position. To be fair, that's what felt for me a lot of in the play. I like to play definitely in the World Breaker form. To his recent changes, he's got kind of squishy. For now, Battle Beast Boys picking up Lunara and Johanna's immediately picking 2 comfort picks of Probius Trans away. From playing both of them in the last series. And it's interesting, man. From the side of Probius Trans, they removed Li Ming, which could have actually worked very well together with what they have so far with the Anna. Anna Greymane. Anna Greymane, Ming is generally a very strong combo. You get an Anna boost towards Slimming. Greymane has to curse pull the Oko for road to help killing one target, then Ming with the reason is able to kill the rest of them. The Battle Beast Boys decide to remove the Uther. I mean, Curse Hollow is not the best map for Uther, as Uther lacks in solo and is the wave clear. And you still make it work most of the times. There's just some games where your opponent just outdrafts you, then plays the map better with not giving you the fights you want to have with the offlane Uther. Now we see Probius and Friends picking up the DTC themselves. We saw him in the last series from the Battle Beast Boys. They paired with the Orpheus. Probably we will see Orpheus as the Nana boost target for Anna. Zeph is the last pick, so maybe we're still gonna see a Probius with that. I'm not sure. What we see now, possible, not necessary though. Will be the Falstad and the Rhaegar. So Falstad to take over the second lane, as Deathwing will probably take over one, and we see Zeph playing the Zagara as the Swarm and Doors. I like both drafts, I have to say. Bet 50 onto the Battle Beast Boys because I want to see how they play out the Deathwing. I mean, on the other side of Probius and Friends, we have TTC solo frontline. He's having a hard time against Deathwing. There's not much he can do against Deathwing. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting how this will play out. And also with Falstad, we see the King of Curse Hollow coming in, making an appearance here. Orphe Anna. I personally think Orphe is not an ideal Nana boost target, but it's still an okay Nana boost target. As she has channel time, same goes for Deathwing.
Prepare yourself for battle.
But she also has some mobility, which makes her very nice against Deathwing. For this time we're gonna start on the right hand side. We see Probius and Friends. This time we've got Probius as we see Zeph on Zagara, Ronnie Rocks on the Rocking Cow, ETC Alpha CP on the Orpheus Winterhunt, on
10 seconds.
the Raymond, on the Real Doggo. One of the two doggos, and Danger Noodle on the Anna, and to the left side we see the Battle Beast Boys. We see Crimmy on Deathwing, Freddy V on Johanna, Kira on Lunara, Tyloon on Rex, and Belly playing the Falstad. Looking at all ones so far, Zagara can do a lot of damage as well, especially on 13 with the percentage damage. Feeders. Okay. The one's coming in Wingman from the Falstad, so bribes that VAC. I think so far in the Destroyer form. So you see him jumping around here, having some fun time. He's lightning prep. We see him immediately staying in the middle with tank and the support. Then we see Rhaegar starting his rotation, so we see Falstad in the bottom in the 1-on-1 against Zagara. Zagara should be able to trade him. Now Rhaegar is coming in. There's the slow damage onto Zeph, but he's just fine. Kelly makes it out there. Orrox in the mid taking some damage as we see Raymane working on Ems. X-Tribute is in the top, so Raymane working on a Bruiser Camp first, and then probably going over towards the Siege Camp. So you take the Siege Camp at like 230. So it pushes down the bottom. while you have the tribute in the top you're fighting for. See here the Anna healing over the wall. We see Rega to go with Deathwing doing the Bruiser camp so far. Instead of Deathwing we see on level 1 the Draconic Might. The Deathwing's basic attack and enemy heroes heal him for 25%. So, meantime we see in the top lane Orphea falling to Lunara. The Anna coming in to take up the soak. For both teams. The protected from Deathwing for 0.75 seconds when he loses an armor plate. 4 enough for both teams as we see Heat Wave coming in for Deathwing. So getting the AoE damage around him in is very strong talent. And now to go with Orph in the top lane. Bottom camp now coming in. Garrett not high on health and mana. So she would probably prefer to not go to the objective. We'll see the Medusa plays from her, so she's having an easy time clearing the waves. Meantime, we see the Medusa camp now being defended by one team. The top siege camp is also coming in. I mean, due to it, the tribute being in the top lane, see this siege camp should not get too much value, as they should have been fairly easy time defending it. Deathwing now. Damage the Gara, throw stuff around in from everywhere. Some poke damage onto them. Also defended bottom wave, defended the camp, and now flew up here. Who is here for the fight? Talon getting paused right there. That's the healing grenade as well. Graham going for the kill, but he does not quite get it. Deathwing down to 1 armor plate, 25% of his max health. Same goes. But now he's going into the flight though. Orpha dealing some damage to Falstad. Rega in the mid, meanwhile tabbing. Falstad quite low in health. 7 minutes, so no meatballs from the air. Also against Hannah. He rocks low in mana on the CTC. And for now, we see them clearing here. Got the meatballs from the sky, Skyfall. For oh, do we see the trap here? Yes, we see the trap. Honey Rock's taking a lot of damage there on the ATC. It's a protector we see. Rega trying to tap again, but here's the thingies from the Gara coming in. They're keeping on delaying him. Now last armor plate. Deathwing again down to 25 health, and he has no Dragonflight for the next 20 seconds. He is looking for the fountain right now. Running rocks on the AC. Power slide. Arrow. When she get out? Yeah, she get out barely. Now Deathwing flies in. Drone dropping low on the Grey main. But looks like Probius and friends have a really good time. Now Rega coming in from behind, looking for Raymain. There's the healing from Anna, but it is not enough. As also Falstad comes in, but Falstad gets punished for it. Everyone low mana here. There's the Skyfall from... oh, he's touched. Looking ahead in time. Now Deathwing is coming in again, back for the point. I don't think Probius and friends can hold this for longer. They all have no mana. And yeah, Anna goes down, is the first one to fall here. Falstad now flying up as well. And Bagara falls as well, and this makes the first tribute. Going over towards the Battle Beast boys, but look at the time and the levels. We already got level 8 for both teams. The Battle Beast boys even closing in towards level 9. Also looking to bribe this camp. Porting back now, but the Kraven found him. On the run, he has no flight right now, so this will be a dead Falstad. Yeah. Goodbye, Falstad. rotation coming out there from Greymane to punish Voss at the camp as he was on his way to do so, to the camp. After level 10 in for the Battle Beast boys. We see Ancestral Healing, plus Shield, Bellowing Roar. We see the Fear from Deathwing, which is quite nice for boss control on this point. If Deathwing stands here and presses the Fear, you kind of go away in. Then for the second team as well, we see Mighty Gust and the Leaping Strike. We see boss play from Probius and friends. They don't want to contest their opponents. They want to contest Distribute. It's on the other side of the map. Deathwing, will he go in? No. Playing out this Nidus here. As we see on level 10 for Zagara, the Nidus cross bullet for Greymane. Or for the Druid if she wants Tom Feast. Or the Crushing Jaws. Anna going for the Nada boost and ETC with the Marsh Pit. So no global with stage dive for them. But they got the Nidus, so it's okay. Was meanwhile pushing in top lane while Orpheus does defends the camp behind it. With the Crushing Jaws. So flying top. Gorilla coming in mid, about to be defended by Zagara for Pros and Friends and the Battle Beast boys. Battle Beast boys camp about to be defended, and now we see Pros and Friends also taking their Pros camp, pushing this down the lane. But also we see in the bottom the boss taken by the Battle Beast boys, so this one pushes in down here. Zagara being around, trying to at least defend it halfway or clear a mini wave. So he has here a good Nidus position to come in. 10 seconds when you get the Nidus back up. Nidus she had here was cleared before. Both teams kind of delaying. Yeah, here we see the Skyfall coming in from the Deathwing. Before it went felt Seth on the Zagara. Now harping back to be full health again. He lost his Nidus down there. Placed Nidus in the base because he had no other Nidus. So he has to manually walk here on the mount. Now landing in here. No curse bullet for him. Just used under the Trahana. Fear coming in and Orphea goes down. And this tribute goes over towards the Battle Beast boys. Also means they got a curse. Thank you for the follow, Drakey. Now it is now protected with the curse bullet into the face of Deathwing. Deathwing taking some damage. This is also not in a good spot. He goes down. Hello, Pharynx. This with this curse, Team in Blue, the Battle Beast boys are able to secure top and mid 4 as the bottom was already taken out by the boss before. Deathwing is in the air again. He should be able to land soon. Yeah, here we go. He's able to land if he wants to. Mind, Deathwing can land anywhere he has vision. Here he had vision. There was the curse bullet. King first protected Deathwing immediately. Also very close to second, as this one is gone as well now.
And so the curse ends. Perhaps now you realize.
We see the deep push from Zagara in the top lane. Just Medusa Blades being to clear the waves pretty fast with the AoE damage. Get the vision taken here. On the top here. It's on the top soaking because the negative is in the bottom. Trainer here now, bending the cap. Got this time conviction from China because you don't really need the wave talents from level 4. the sort of Probius and friends. We see them now defending the top lane. Yes, 5 even. So they might look for the boss later on. Isaac. The mid camp is now user camp taken by Probius boys. See them taking their Probius and friends also taking their camp.
The choice is simple.
Mid now being defended, and we see Probius boys going for their opponent's boss here. ADC is coming in. That thing is probably in the air. Yeah, there he comes in. Lands curse ball to the face. First to protect it immediately out. Tribute in the bottom. There's a few coming in from Deathwing, hitting nobody, but Alpha CP on the Orphan dropping very low already due to Lunara damage. He's barely staying alive, not any healing coming in. Everyone dropping low on both sides though. And Foster now flying bottom for a tribute. But we should see Orpha being in time. There she goes. Edo interrupted. Stuff when we see in the meantime Ruination. So Onslaught now slows by 60% for 1.5 seconds at the edge of it. And the Earth Shadow is reduced by 6 seconds and its entry cost by 10. Surfing in the air again. Able to land. Is active the Bellowing Roar in 4 seconds up. So see the Elementum plating from Deathwing. He's probably going to land here in the middle. There's a pulse fight against the Nerler. Immediately drops to half health. There's the Deathwing landing. Curse bullet to the face again. The shield though. Engage. Running rocks now. The mosh pit, but there's a nice gust to interrupt it. To be taking a lot of damage to the Nerler. Orphea and TC going down, but in return we see Johanna and Deathwing falling. Big guys falling on the side of the Battle Beast boys. We also see a kill against False Dominion taking a lot of damage, but there's Dana with the healing in the behind him, able to get Team the Danger Noodle staying alive, and it's a 5-man team wipe for Probius and friends. Sure, they get this objective, and we're looking for boss right now. Oh hell yeah, they are going for the boss. Got Sagara. She's got a lot of stuff she can spawn. The transfusion. She's getting healed, and she also got the chorus of Salvia. Attacking Hunter heroes, Hunter killers, and Roachlings deal additional damage equal to 100 to 1.75% of the maximum. So this is a massive amount of damage against Deathwing especially. This stuff, Sagara spawns. Just got the bio drop on level 7. Not yet completed though. She's not yet spawning 3 Roachlings, so only 2. This one is completed with massive. It's already massive damage against Deathwing, but with this completed with even more damage, and also it's frustrating as we saw in the last team fight. Oh, Deathwing coming in. Getting the roar. No, not. Oh, now it's coming in. Boss is taken by the team in DC in and taking a lot of damage. DC going down. His first one to fall here. Will look like the only kill. Also taking a lot of damage, but there's also Anna. The crushing trolls coming in here. The boss pushing the gust against the wall. Stun from hitting the Orphea, and the Orphea going down. Deathwing meanwhile took the tribute, as he's more or less global here. Dragonflight is up again as well. And he flies into the air. And looking at the top keep. this boss. Now the boss is looking at the... Took down the keep. Now looking at the core, but he's defender. Now they're taking out the Bruiser Camp. You see the bottom, but Siege Camp also taken the first again with Barai being a bit sneaky peeky there. Some damage on the keep, but we see level 20 coming in. Deathwing going for Destroyer's Rampage. One of the, in my opinion, at least, overtuned talents of him. Joseph, nah, maybe a bit in trouble. Split shield against Orphea. See instructor from healing from Anna there, just amazing. Spawning. The other team is waiting. The other two teams are waiting for us. Join them. Midwave now defended. And the bottom tribute is a to spawn. And here another tribute. If Probius boys take it, is another burst for the run rocks here with the marsh pit, but no one walks into it. The trainer with the iron skin, he's taking a lot of damage on the ETC there. Lunara with the leaping strike is able to finish him off. Marsh pit catching the Lunara. That's it. Wing now going in here, takes the correspondence in the face, there's the fear. He takes a massive amount of damage from this Hydralisk. There's the wind tunnel though, going for Anna and Greymane. A lot of damage. Anna falling, Greymane going down as well, and now Orphea in falling, and Sigara is left for his other and friends. And with the curse, this will very likely be game. Here's the GG is called. GG. As Probius boys are looking at the core. The core looks like he's going down and falling. GG. Game number 2. Sorry, game number 3 is decided by the Probius boys. In blue. 2-1 victory for the Probius boys in the end. The close game we had there. We have also the next series already waiting for us between Giberim and disconnected two teams from Division 4. So we are already over to them after a short break. As I have to change overlay stuff, so we'll be right back with that one. welcome back. We are here. Team fight. Definitely team fight. Lol. Score is still wrong. The team's ready. First map is Sky Foundry. If you don't want to wait, let them wait longer. Going to the map draft after it. From the last game, we'll get winner to Probius, boys. Both teams are ready, so let's jump into game number 1 for Sky Foundry. Fast map. Got now in here 2 teams from Division 4. Gibarim currently on 26th place and Disconnect on the 27th. Bet if you think Gibarim, which are to the left side. At least I hope they are. Yeah, it looks good. I think they are going to be the winner of this game number 1, or exclamation mark bet B if you think Disconnect will make it. In the meantime, I'm trying to catch up on terms of map draft. Okay, wait, just long with the and apparently. We have then Garrison Deathwing first of all. Just so Deathwing in the game. It's quite some fun. Close to having everything. Dukov ban, interesting. Someone do his homework. We have on the side of Disconnect. A lot of Garish, a lot of Jaina, Pyrrhus, Malf as well. Ben so far, Garish, Stuka from the side of Kibarim, and Disconnect betting out Deathwing and Oreo. And the first pick goes over towards the old man. Time he's fast is in picking the pick because he's the first one. He goes over towards Kibarim. On the other side, we see Disconnect picking up Johanna Nasibo. I love it. Already love it. Gotta say. Ablo is the second next pick from Gibro in the pair with Kier. They already have a very offensive team. With a lot of sustain on the point and CC on the side of Deckard as the support. He's not the best here to dive. We can set up quite nice setups with the sleep of Deckard. So we'll listen into the Apocalypse. Li Ming is the band from Disconnect. So this one is I like no, you don't get those nice combo and then the sets. Next band coming out from Giverim. On the side of this we already have a very nice setup. Hannah preparing the waves, and the Zebra just has to freeze Buddhist or something on it to get to clear the wave. Kalfas is the band on the side of Giverim. Interesting. Now with the Zebra kind of have a mage. They also have a very late game hero. I'm not sure. Have to say so far I really like both drafts. Next two picks from Disconnect. hopefully they don't disconnect in the game, are Malfurion and Probius. Last 2 picks now for Giberim. Not sure if they want to put the Cure into solo lane or into the 4-man. You can do both. Kind of. What do we see? Samura Chromie. Alright, we've got a Samura. In this game. I love it. I already like it. I probably play some Samura myself. Not so much lately. Due to the recent nerfs. I think with the new level 1, with the buffed level 1 quest now, he's kind of viable again for me. Play him. The last pick from the side of Disconnect will be the Zeratul. We see a very late game heavy team on the side of Disconnect. Placebo, of course, he's stacking all the time and he's getting stronger, especially with the level 1 quest if he goes for spell power. For the spell power build, already has 1 strong pass back on level 7, but still the strongest pass back for the Placebo is level 20. First time we see Zeratul. Also, on the same team we also see Zeratul, who is also very late game hero. Interesting into how this will work out for them. In the meantime, we can take a short look on to the maps. Just to back up with this. You see here, on the side of Giberim, the bans against Ultrac Pass and Garden of Terror. On the side of Disconnect, bans against Battlefield of Eternity and Tomb of Spider Queen. And then the pick from Disconnect is Volskaya Foundry. So we saw Giberim with the first pick. Already in the game, on the right hand side we see Disconnect with Remandus on Johanna, Plexi on Malfurion, Matitsta on Zeratul, Bam Bam on Nasibu, and last but not least Xarcantos on the Probius. And to the left side we see Giberim. Yoath on the Diablo, Skywalker on the Deckard, Pichi on the Zamuro, and Hillel on the Kira. Looking builds, we see once again the first time on Chromie again. And the way of delusion, they buffed level 1 quest. Never make it easy with the names. Yeah, that's true. Never forget easy names. As we already see Field Study coming in from Decker level 1. From the looks of it, we see Disconnect rotating between mid and bottom. Kind of usually you see the soul lane in the bottom. I also understand this rotation. Usually rotate between mid and top, so you always get vision onto the healing camp because it's just kind of the strong camp here. And it's also quite some nice spot to zone off and everything. Oh, already see it, the usual stuff with the 1 minute turret camp from the team in red, and the team in blue also already is there to take it. Sibu and Johanna keep on rotating so far. The Sibu got a frog build with Pandemic. Critically from Zeratul. Interested to maybe he goes full Q build, maybe he goes some kind of flex build, but this will most likely result him into taking Void Slash on level 16. Appears in the top, being very caution. Don't see anyone on the map. Team Blue is already looking at support camp. That's the thing. Team in Red does not have any vision onto the support camp here, because they rotate between mid and bottom. I'm gonna turn the laner, soul laners here. Already 5. There's a stun against Decker. There's also the zombie wall to keep him in place. And he's the first one to go down here. First bullet push against Probius, but he's kind of fine, and Diablo is in a very bad spot, and he goes, and this means support camp goes over to Disconnect. Out of Samura, we also see 3 stacks on Way of Illusion. And Mirage from level 4. No full Q from Zeratul as he goes into Psionic Strength. For both teams, we see also the Potion of Shielding as usual. On the side of Stacker, so no gem picked up so far. Maybe just Emerald. Some stacks for Samuro, as we see here. We have Illusion, already 7 stacks. 9, no, he's putting in. Here, it's the slow. Oh, it's a teleport. Just teleport. Some damage onto Samuro from Zeratul, but we also see some little fight happening here over the point. It's a Tibu zombie wall against the Diablo. He's just fine. Here in the top, defending the siege camp. This was taken by both teams. Kira defending it for Giborim. Zeratul up here as well. Cannot do too much actually against Kira. Having a fun time. Point so far under control for Disconnect. They're already up to 60%. The first turret camp is already respawned. Second one is also here again. You see them now taking those camps again. Falling back a bit. They can. I mean, the heal camp is still on the side of Disconnect. The heal camp dropped 99% over time. We see Zeratul is now coming in from the top. Pierce dropping low. Pierce will stay alive. Oh yes. Off damage from Chromie now coming in. Diablo low. Time trap? No time trap yet. Diablo not want to give it up yet. But there's the double spear and the zombie wall, and that's the death of Diablo. Kiribelli getting out there. You have the first protector going over towards Disconnect. Usually want to go with the first protector towards the top lane, take out this fountain. You have immediate advantage for the next objective when it spawns up here in the top lane. So you take away the sustain from your opponents with the fountain. Also remove the possibility of like falling back, having the fountain and re-engaging. Big root though from Deckard coming in here. Cool. He's just fine blinking out. Took out the fountain. This is very nice. Also have Nasibu and Imperius meanwhile soaking. Which gives Disconnect already 1 level lead. 3 kills. Temporal loop chosen by Chromie. As I have Disconnect, we don't see a cleanse. Nature's Calling from the Furin. I mean, it does not remove the temporal loop, but at least removes stuns and slows and stuff thingies. Oh, we've got level 10s in for Disconnect. With the Angelic Armaments, Eye of the Narrow Seam, Blessed Shield, Twilight Dream, and the Ravenous Spirit. And with level 10 advantage, they also pick up the Healing Camp. Both third camps already taken. Still need like barely 2 minutes to respawn. Top siege camps again, about to be taken from both teams as well. Very nice macro there from both teams coming in. Level 10s now in for team in blue, Kiborim. As we see the Illusion Master. We see crushing blows on level 7. Against enemy heroes, increase Simmer's basic attack damage by 50% for 4 seconds, take up to 3 times. I'm also for going for an auto attack build from the Malevolence and Life Leech. I mean, usually you see the diabolic momentum. Auto attack build, so you have your abilities more often, but also see the defense for Malevolence because you just get massive amount of damage. Didn't engage against Probius. We also see Kira dropping low here, getting the E in against Zeratul, and Kira first to fall, and in the meantime Revenant Spirit Muro comes in and kills him. Muro. Muro is still in, okay. But they missed him there. Just the Epoch coming in as well. The massive brawl right now. Vampir's going for another stun against Chromie here. He's just fine, it's just no follow-up around to help him. See the Epoch already, still won't listen. The final strike from Kira. What we saw here is Zero channeling the Ravenous Spirit. Murray coming from the side and just being able to kill him. But they are going for a bit of damage onto the Diablo. There's already a Decker to heal him up again. If you play some Mura and you say you want to tell me that Bladestorm is better ult, please don't. Saying this. So we're taking some damage here from the Diablo, but he's got a blink to get into safety. Thank you for the follow, Shelena 300. Well protected, picked up by the team in red. I also have currently level 30 Divine Touch and Zebu on minus 200 stacks. Doing kind of good so far. Keeping on with the frog build with Big Voodoo and Toads of Hugeness. Every hop they get bigger. Bigger, better, stronger, faster. We also got level 13 for the team in blue. We only see a bit more than half a level lead for Disconnect so far. Got some bigger potions coming in. The super healing potion. Kavarimi from Samura. So Windwalk creates a mirror image at Samura's location. Interesting. I really prefer the other two talents. I guess it's just some preference stuff. They're still going for some damage again. Decker being able to blink out before Diablo hits him with the charge here. Interesting that Nasibu does not keep on soaking. Yeah, it's a Murray Kira dangerous, but he's still Sivu. The Murray now from behind. The silence, but it was the charge. Oh. Nasibu done with his quest as to sleep into Epoch. And nice combo here, taking a lot of damage. He's fine so far. Also, Chromie finishes once again for the first time. Now a lot of damage against Kira, and Kira goes down. Now with Samura coming back and looking for Turtle, but doesn't quite get him. Now Samura is quite low himself. Will he be able to escape here? Maybe. It looks like it. No. No. Oh, nice swap, but he swapped into the root. Now he's on the run. Oh, Turtle! Then we know we see the time loop against Probius, but he's just fine, and we see the kill against Diablo, and he loses his souls. Meanwhile, ported back into the bush. Also with the kills, no souls on the one kill against Diablo, and him resulting in having no souls. Disconnect decide to go for their opponent's turret. Here we go, we see the Void Slash from Turtle to go with Sonic Strength, Seek in the Dark, and Mending Strikes. They can also now to be taken by Disconnect, as they also have the level 6 in advantage. No question, the invisible obstacle in the event. never question it. Bottom, we see now a push coming in from the side of Reem as they want to take down this fountain. That is what... Yeah, and they got it. What disconnected, and also for last objective already as well. They took down the fountain on that lane. The opponents to not have an easy time going fighting, going to the fountain, and then going back in. As you usually do here. Alright, about to level 16 on the side of Kibarim, and Disconnect already 1 level lead.
Hero slain.
Sibo following the top to the nice tank there from Kibarim. With 5 men, another even pushing in up here. Taking down the front wall. Engage against Imperius. He's able to drop his ultimate. Where is he going? Ooh, there he walked into the sleep. He's got the healing item. You don't want to lose that one. Oh, he's just fine. E for the 25 armor. Well done there, Mr. Imperius. Meantime, we've got the bottom point taken by Disconnect. I'm pushing out the wave a bit now. I mean, Sarah's having quite some fun with the leave with Void Slash against Samura. He's very likely to get the full increased damage and the cooldown reduced for 3 seconds. The clones. Clones now interrupting, or Samura interrupting with his clones. Getting into overtime, we move his top lane. Kibarim taking down the fort. Not falling back because they have to defend the protector. First fort of the game taken by Kibarim. We see the protector taking down at least 1-4. Engage on the Malfurin because things are in the protector. Taking a lot of damage. Drop the silence. But turret and Malfurin falls here. Seraph defending top, Nasibo in the mid lane, 143 stacks, so he's still missing 30, 25 now for his quest finish. It's always a thing you have to watch out in the protector, especially as the team with the protector. If you just let the protector go, as we saw in this case with the Malf has no peeling. The opponents have, especially when they come from a flank, easy time killing him. Now we see the Diablo going in for the Zeratul. Zeratul taking some damage. Now Samura is here as well. Will he be fine? Zeratul coming in now. They're taking a lot of damage from Samura. And Nasibu down as well. Mouth respawn. Now we see the time loop against the Furious. There's the root. Apoc coming in as well. She's taking a lot of damage though. Zeratul. They are able to kill the Kira. 4v4 for now. And Disconnect still half leveled away from level 20, while Ibrahim is still need 1 level and just level 19. But they've got Chromie, so they already got the Piercing Sands. Already got this Power Spike. Healing Camp now up. But taken? No. I wanted to go for it first, but then decided to leave it. Just some wave clearing and taking the turret camp from both teams. Healing Camp is now the one which is to fight for. Level 29. Let's keep in mind that even not yet on 175 stacks, still 25 stacks missing for him. We've got the Twilight Falls, Impervious, Time by Light, and the Luna Showers. A bit more healing from Malf. Shields from China for all of her team. And Imperial is going for the self-cleanse. He was so far the one who got mostly hit by the loop, and also he gets 75 spell armor, which makes him quite tanky. They're trying to get his stacks in. We see the engage against Malv. A wall stun damage, and Malv is gone. Ceratol going in for Promi, but there is the thing is, and it's out again, but it's the heal. No, he does not get healing because Malv is dead. 2 kills for Gibarim. Using all protectors so far, they're now getting a really nice engage onto Malfuran. And they're able to win this fight with 2-0 kills. Able to pick up the healing. And still got the turret as well.
A protector is almost ready. Access its turn.
We're engaged this time against Nasibo. Oh, we see him and Hannah in trouble. Nasibo falls. Hannah gets out though. Purus coming back in. Is that good? Some staggered deaths coming in from the side of disconnect. Purus in again. No, okay, he leaves now. He leaves, it's enough. It's okay. Top camp is defended at this point is for now under control of Giborim. They came back into experience with those kills. Where is he Deckard heading up here around the shrine? Both teams again taking the turret. Hang around here. Diablo comes to take it. I think it is percentage hitting, yeah. Percentage. Oh, press shield against Chrome, against engage, the stun. There's the stasis, the big sleep. Meanwhile, they're going for Malfuran. Apoc coming out now as well. Nasibu falling. 163 stacks, so he still did not get the 175 stacks with level 20. And there is a nice link from Diablo, able to finish off Imperius. 3 kills for Giborim. Really turning around this game, and top lane is already all gone off the keep, and this might even be game. I mean, they've got Chromie and Samura, so they've got a lot of damage. Ford is about to fall. And yeah, they're going for the core. This core looks like a goner. Samura, Chromie just hitting on it. Core is going down. That's GG. In this game, number 1 is disconnect looks pretty strong early on, and then disconnect we're able to pull it back later into the game. Winning map number 1, quite a nice game here. Even though we've got late game heroes on the side of Team Disconnect. That Nasiba wasn't able to get his stacks in time. Ceratol was also punished by the others. I'm gonna shortly throw you over to its map screen. So you go here, Cursed Hollow, Dragonshire, Infernal Shrine, Sky Temple, and Towers of Doom are the maps left open. We're going to be FK for a glass of water. I am back. Got the next map already chosen. Next map chosen. We've got to do this. Game 1 going for first pick. So we see chosen by the team in red. Sorry, the team in blue, Keybury. This Dragon Shire. This means we've got first 4 disconnected. They're missing. Good to go to game number 2 of this best of 3 series. Was won by Keybury. They'll also get their points for that one. For one person who needs 3 minutes. Number 2. What rank are the gold to diamond? Bum bum. Okay, Bum said it himself. Something around gold to diamond. Most of them, I guess. Checking the profiles. Yeah, a lot of them are diamond platinum. Don't see a diamond around here. I don't see any diamonds in here. But yeah, silver to plat, gold, silver, plat, something along those lines. More like gold, most in gold, and then most in gold and plat. But also some silvers, I guess. I mean, like the 4 is not really silver anymore. We've got one team ready, but now the other one isn't anymore. Picture. Both teams are ready. Let's jump into this game number 2, possible last series or last game of the series. It is Dragonshire. Ah. If you think Ibrahim did very well in the last game, and will win again. Finish mark bet A in the number of points you want to bet on them. Or if you think disconnect were very close to success, just a little margin away from it. Exclamation mark bet B and the number of points you want to bet on them. Yeah, first ban from disconnect is actually Zamura, as they don't want to deal with it again. Looks like it was a bit annoying in the last series, the last game. Gibrim decided to remove the garage. What disconnect could do is neither ban Oral nor Wing. Pick at least one of them, and Gibrim cannot play them by neither banning one of them themselves, and they just take their one if they want to go for it. And they go for the Hannah ban on the side of disconnect. We're going to see at least Deathwing or Orlo. At least one of those two. So that's the stuff I love in Heroes Launch in general, and those best series longer than more than just one map. You already see the teams finding some picks against each other. Good, strong. Some of them are now the ban. Not a choice of ban for disconnect, as it was annoying last game. And Kibarim ban out Stukov, and I love disconnect. Destroy is back in. We've got Deathwing. Deathwing is in, ladies and gentlemen. Now, what is the response from Gibarim for Deathwing? Definitely needs a proper one. Yeah, that's a proper response. Greymane Leoric coming in from Gibarim. I already like the reaction, but this also leaves disconnect picking up the Oriole. They paired with the Varian. The good thing on Varian is it leaves the draft out. You don't know if they're going to put the Varian into the solo lane or if it will be the main tank. Or less. Can we play this move? Especially Deathwing loves to not take over this whole lane. You can play Deathwing as kind of the mage. That's the way I personally like to play Deathwing. I think he's very useful in that role. And Gibarim decided to remove one of the strongest batteries for Oriel, especially the battery with which Oriel got well known, the Vala. Disconnect. Very oppressed by the Diablo last game, who bullied them a lot. Now removed, starting with Lurgan to create a wall for Diablo. This is quite nice for Diablo. It's a very big wall. Charge them in and yeah. Mal'Ganet's Malfurion is the tank and heal of choice for the side of Gibarim. I mean, the thing you always have to watch out when you against Deathwing and you pick stuff like the Cleric, Greymane, you don't have to fully commit onto killing Deathwing. If you just kill Deathwing, you can only kill Deathwing. Fully commit your draft onto this. I mean, as of Jaina or Kel'Thas whatsoever in the last pick would be, I think, the best choice for Gibarim, but in the meantime we've got Disconnect. Picking up Jaina and Tracer. Having Deathwing is very slow, very tank, Donkey, and Tracer. Very slim, hard to hit hero, and a lot of movement. The last pick is the Sylvanas for Gibarim. This is not having a lot of fun against Greymane. Truth, Tracer really works well as battery. You know, Aura doesn't really need the battery so much. She can herself generate already a lot of hope. But keep him here. I think they have a bit of an easier count. Left disconnect. It's I think the Tracer has to be good. side of Kibri. Then it will be very annoying for Malv, Morganis, and Lyric. But on the other side, Sylvanas and Greymane really strong against Tracer, as they don't really have mainly point to click stuff. Barely any skill shots. About 2 good drafts here.
Heroes, prepare for combat.
Let's start on the left side with Giborim. That's the one map number 1 here. Now with Skywalker on Malfurin, Piche on Lyric. You have on Malganis, Hilal on Sylvanas, and Schmackmo on Greymane. To the other side,
Battle
we
commencing.
see a disconnect with Bam Bam on Jaina, Remadus on Varian, Belixi on Auriel, Matista on
1.
the Tracer, and last but not least, the
Let
captain,
the battle begin.
Xaracantos, playing the left wing. Clever ones. This time see Dragon Soul, no Draconic no Protect, instead of more healing for Deathwing himself. So we have in this game overpower from Varen, so he will go taunt and be the main tank for his team. On the other side, where is he? Coming in now, called Standard. Might have defended the Queen, maybe I'll change my mind, but I still say this. I think this is the best talent for Sylvanas level 1. Also we see Imperial Gara as the Winged Guard is bugged and banned in Hero's Launch. This is the rejuvenation on Malfurin. To increased health region gives him quite some nice sustain for himself, and does not have to be extremely careful and always have a heal on himself, because he anyways gets increased healing. So for Giberim, really making it good with rotations, having Morganis waiting in this bush a lot, making it hard for this connect to rotate. The top lane, it should be won by Deathwing if it just goes for it.
And lay waste to this pursuit.
Pretty when Lyric misses the drain, he will have easy time with Deathwing. Now we see in the bottom. Tracer going for a Tracer round, interesting. So her basic attacks reveal the opponent for 4 seconds. It's something not seen so often. You have the crown currently on Jaina. The 4 in now for both teams. So we see the taunt coming in. Damage onto the Baron here. Bottom is taken by Disconnect, while top is in the control of Giberim, but we also see the 1v1 coming up here and heating Deathwing wins this. Yeah. Deathwing goes ham here, he wins it. Also Lyric is just having a great time. All the problem of Deathwing is he has no tap right now. He has to fly up to get his help. Also so far challenged by Disconnect. Disconnect also taking the bottom camp. Top now retaken by Lyric. See bot right here. So taking the Bruiser camp. 4 minutes late, but he
Team draws first.
and the Blizzard gets taken out. Now Morgana's taken out. We see no tank for Giberim, and also Deathwing in the control of the top lane right now. They're both altars challenged by Disconnect. Tracer going for the mid, trying to go for the dragon, as we see 3 men down here in the Tracer is now channeling. But if they just leave the point, they should be fine. First dragon off the game because I would Disconnect. Well played by them. 4 of Tracer we see is that a health pack. I don't know, is it? Increased regeneration gloves and healing, fountain healing. Push in here in the mid first, take out the front wall with the immediate XP, and then I personally like to move down towards the bottom to also get this front wall. I take a mid for mid, or go for the top and take down this fountain. Top of the soul and it needs help. Sylvanas is porting back here, but does not get the port through. Also taking a lot of damage, and Sylvanas going down. For 0 so far and kills in favor of Disconnect. From the looks of it, we might, early game looking good for Disconnect. We may have again the series going into game number 3. I see Tracer and Jaina doing the Bruiser camp. See, is picking up the heal globe here now. Actually, it's quite a lot healing. But they both decide to port back. Jaina needs mana and Tracer itself. You see, with hopelessness, interesting if he goes for that one. He saw Deathwing really low health. Bruiser camp also now about to be taken by Gibori. You see the unstable poison from Sylvanas. No more Queen. Doesn't disable them by default. Instead has to use Black Arrows to disable the mercs. Does see festering wounds. And you really like the Degaton on level 7 because it does very well with Might of the Banshee Queen. To increase attack speed, you get this cooldown also reduced. You have permanent Dagger taking damage onto one target. Oh, the bomb misses. He's taking a lot of damage, but he is able to recall. Lyric falling, and no, Morgana is here. Yeah, Morgana is able to take out Tracer. 1-for-1 trade in the end. The thing I personally like to go for level 7 against Deathwing with Lyric. Proceeding, we've got here the Jaina taking a lot of damage. She goes down to the damage of Sylvanas. Got an advantage for Giborim right now. No, Kratos in the tomb, but he goes down. Now we've got level 10s in for both teams with Giborim here used in tomb. Turn Storm, Twilight Dream, Cursed Bullet of course against Deathwing, and I'm not sure yet, but I guess it will be the Silence Arrow. And on the other side we see Disconnect with Burn Beneath My Shadow on the side of the Deathwing. Oh, there's the Silence. Twilight Dream immediately going out. It's Tracer. First bullet missed there. I think Deathwing is in the air. Deathwing is in the air. He goes. So the Quantum Spike, Ring of Frost, Resurrect, and the Shield Wall. Variant. Oh, Tracer now been in trouble. It's turn 2. Can they go for her? And yeah, they go for her. That's Rip Tracer. Nice kill there from Giborim has now started. Into abusing the tomb, what I say is broken on tomb. The 50-second cooldown for kind of getting a kill. A kill. Oh, Ring of Frost coming in, hitting Sylvanas. Arrow with Festering Wounds, Haunting Wave. 3 stacks of the Magic Curse on them, and then get damage from the Wailing Arrow, which is increased due to the 3 stacks of Magic Curse. Then we've got top lane again. Deathwing is winning this right now. There's not much he can do in theory, except for Raymond joining him. Now he is on the run. We've got meantime Sylvanas in the mid lane defending this one. That's a lot of damage. And also the bomb. It's enough with the Quantum Spike to finish off the Sylvanas here. Just think about it. Is healthy up here. Tap the fountain, but he has no health plate. But now he's taking damage from Raymond, and he should be going down. Yeah. But use his ult as well. In the bottom a fight maybe? No, really need to fight. Just respawn is now on the way. Coming in. There's Ring of Frost. Silence as well. Good by Jaina. Orlin bad spot. He goes down well, but she immediately resurrects herself. And root from off a bit too late. Could have been a kill when the little moment too late to root from off there. He would have been dead to Oral there again. He's now on level 13 from the side of Deathwing, Fire, and Fury, so basically attacks against through it, slowed or stunned enemy heroes to represent additional damage and reduce the cooldowns of basic abilities by 0.5 seconds. Now both altars controlled by disconnected. They lost the hero. Side of Lyric, we see the Ominous Wrath. There's Fly from Wing, which is a 90-second cooldown. Oh, Jaina, that's a bad spot. Try to flank them from behind, but gets punished for it. And oh, we've got a counter kill against Sylvanas here in the mid lane. Is the root. Resurrect is not yet up. 15 seconds until that one. Little Ted is back. We're in midway, both temples in control so far for Giborim. Okay, no, they fall back. Now here down to the bottom, this means Eric has control of top. Curse Pool is back up, and here it goes. There's the taunt against Great, and the Pulse Bomb as well, and he falls. Does have a lot of damage against Deathwing, and Deathwing dropping low enough. Yes. Well, Ganon is enough to finish up Deathwing here. There's the silence coming in. Tracer should have her blinks up. Yeah, there she goes up. But there's also coming the Lyric from above and out into him against Aurel, and he goes down. Direct is up. Waiting around though. Waited from the last time it seemed. Sylvanas meanwhile Jaina meanwhile taking top lane. Now she's resurrecting herself. Lyric like, you know what? No, he's gonna leave her alone. And we see the engage on the Varian down here. He's getting protected. Using his protect. But he should be fine. Yeah, he's fine. No minions left here for the fort to be pushed. We've got both damage users from disconnecting top lane, but definitely not coming in. But he eats the curse ball into the face. He has to fall. Well, the Eagle Wolf now on level 16 from Raymond, so no alpha killer. He instead wants to make sure he has enough auto attack speed to also kill the others. Is now able to escape fast enough. Deathwing in the bottom against Lyric. There's also the Varian around, so we have in the pit fight. Leo is winning this down here. Malf nearly died. Jaina is the one to fall though. Lyric won this down here, the only one. Now we see the dragon taken by Giborim. Second dragon of the game. First one went over towards disconnect, even though but it was a very early drag though. That's the thing. Very early drag. Only took the mid wall. Which is not much for a dragon. Bottom one. Okay, no. Tracer should Friaka win this against Lyric. I cannot really say how good Tracer this player is. But if he just dodges the W, he has a free win down there. Pretty locked and loaded. We're now flying in. He has only 1 armor plate, so he's only 10 armor. So you see it immediately, his health ripping down very fast. Barely gets out there. Of him against Varian. Varian going down is Sylvanas able to get the kill, and now to the shield from Elemental Plating, and Morganis falls in return. Kick against Tracer, so she is Sylvanas a bit deep there, getting killed against Sylvanas, but getting a kill against Aurel, but Aurel should have resurrect up. 20 seconds, okay. Never mind. Just a bug up here to show that resurrect is up. Dragon not yet gone, but no. The time ran out. 2 for twin kills. Aurel back up in 5. Siege can taken in the bottom. And by disconnecting Giborim, actually working on their bruises for the top wave. Now respawning, but wasting resurrect on 10 seconds left. She has it for a fight if necessary. with this dragon, the bottom keep went down to half health. With the next dragon, and if they get the kill early there, Giver may even be able to finish the game. For now, we've got down here Bruiser and the Siege Camp pushing together, which is kind of a win condition. There's no keep left. And now we engage in the back against Aurel here. Down here, Steep Savannah's going for Jaina, but Jaina's staying alive. Nope, Morgana is there to finish her off, and now Aurel went down here in the mid lane as she was chased by Malv, Greymane, and Lyric. Working with Rector, yeah, and she goes for it. There's the Lyric, just being annoying, and even using the Entomb here. Now comes in with the damage reduce. But he takes a lot of damage, especially as Baron comes in. There's a minion wave catching the pulse bomb. We've got level 20 in for Kibarim. We see Burning Despair, interesting, the AoE damage for Lyrics, and no Silence Entomb, which is in my opinion just a broken talent. Because it gives you a kill on a 50-second cooldown where everyone is dead for 60 seconds.
Control both shrines.
In return, we all resurrect, so you can take that back to kill. We've got the Deafening Blast from Savannah, so more damage in the longer silence type. Because Swarm taunt against Varian here, sorry, against Morganis, but he's just fine. Deafening comes in now. 5v4 in favor for disconnect as Savannah's just respawned. So now we're walking towards the top. We had a Seeker Swarm, so everyone is sleeping after Morgana's current Swarm. We're going for the old upgrade, Astral Communion, using the Twilight Sound duration by 1 second, and also make it able to charge for 2 seconds, for 1 second instead of 0.5, and make it a sort of a blink. So Tooth and Claw from Greymane. So in his Warring form, his auto attack still 3 damage. Oh, there's the flight. Try to go for the Variant first. There's then 2. Double E away. Variant's version of all would rather come in. No. Vorel falls, and so does Jane. But in return, Eric definitely goes down, and now Aurel is the only one left in here with is a 4 kills for Kibarim. With those 4 kills, they are able to go to the bottom, finish the keep, and go for the core with the Dragon Knight. That's GG.
The red team's core is in peril.
Got him pushing in for the fort, for the keep, for the core, 75%, and dropping, and this is GG. Kibarim looked weak. Start of game 1. Then made a strong comeback in the late game at level 20, where I think Nasibu and Zeratul will have a lot of fun and win the game alone. They proved us over and won, turn around the game. So GG's to them. In game number 2, they all the time not too bad, but also not like far behind or far bad. It was a kind of a close game, except for the last team fight where they get 4 kills. Even 5 if you count the resurrected Aurel twice, and were able to finish out the series. Thank you everybody for watching. I think I'm gonna throw you over to Tetracolo. What do you guys want? Write in the chat. I'm gonna rate this channel then. Thank you everybody for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm gonna throw you over towards some Division S fun. Bye!